Good morning to you, and thank you for joining with me today. You probably know the story of the wee boy who went to church with his grandparents, and Granny sat in the choir, and it used to annoy her to see Grandpa nodding off to sleep every Sunday just during the sermon. Finally, she decided on a plan. She gave her grandson £1 every Sunday just to poke him when he fell asleep. And that plan worked until one Sunday she noticed Grandpa nodding off. Tommy made no effort to wake him up. Grandpa even started snoring. Tommy did nothing. After the service, Granny was not happy. She said, "Tommy, what happened? You knew I'd give you £1 if you kept Grandpa awake." Tommy said, "Yeah, but Grandpa gave me £2 if I let him sleep." I know for many people going to church is maybe not the most exciting of places. I know sometimes ministers like me go on too long. But I do implicitly believe that this old book we call the Bible, that there are some great truths and great advice about how we should live our life. I often travel a road that runs between where I stay to the little village of Cardross. And at the top of the road there is a reservoir, and I find peace there. And Joan and I try to walk round it pretty well daily. It's a fishery, and the fishermen are often about fishing, just as they did in Jesus' day. And Brian, who runs it, is a bit of a character. If you're feeling down, let me tell you, he is a tonic. He never sugarcoats what he says. He's always blunt and to the point. There's a lot of sheep around, and Brian does not think they're very bright, and I tend to agree with him. On that road, they often stray onto the road. They will stand and look at you when you're driving towards them in the car, and then at the last minute they'll hop off into a little ditch and away they go. And I often think it's as if they have a death wish. Now, I'm sure you know that bit in the Bible where it says, "The Lord is my shepherd." You should read it, but you probably know it off by heart. And what is the message? It tells that we're not alone in this world. Not alone in a world of conflict and struggle. Somebody is watching over. The Lord is my shepherd. We need somebody to watch over us. There was a fellow called Billy Short, lovely man, who used to live in our community about 50, 60 years ago, and then he moved through to Dunfermline. But he stayed in touch with us, and he often come back to share time with his friends. And when he did, he came to church in Bonhill, where I was for all those years. And one Sunday I asked him to read, and he did. And the lesson actually was Psalm 23, "The Lord's my shepherd." He asked if he could say a few words after that. I told him to wire in. I should have said that Billy has 2 artificial legs, so he told his story. He said he was in the Arctic convoy during the last war, and he was torpedoed, and he drifted in the water for a long time before being picked up. And the water in the Arctic is so very cold that Billy got frostbite, and sadly he lost his legs. As he drifted in these cold Arctic waters, he said the one thing that kept him going was that phrase running through his mind, "The Lord is my shepherd." Billy believed he was not alone. He was under God's protection. He had hope, and hope he got was when he remembered that psalm. I had a Sunday school teacher who used to say, "The Lord is my shepherd," and he would count it out. And then he would hang on to that, and he would say, whenever you say that, just remember, "The Lord is my shepherd." I'm hanging on to that. I ask you to do the same. God bless you. Thanks for joining us.